Good morning students and welcome back. Today we will continue learning history lesson number 5, mass media and history. In the previous lecture we have studied what is mass media and how in olden times people used to send messages. Then we studied about the history of mass media. In that we have learned about newspaper. The very first newspaper of India was Bengal Gazette. Then we learned about the Indian newspaper Darpan and Prabhakar. Today we shall learn about the next newspaper, that is Jnanoday. Jnanoday printed the map of Asia in 1842 and the map of Europe in 1851. The news of installation of telegraph used for electrically transmitting a news can be seen in Jnanoday. That is, telegraph was one of the source of sending news that was electrically news sent. For example, from Telegraph Center of Mumbai, the news was sent to Delhi. So sending of news through telegraph was seen in Jnanoday. The news of the starting of railways in India was printed in Jnanoday, which was given as an headline Chakya Mashoba. It means Mashoba with wheels. Actually, the word Mashoba was the name of one of the giant. And so people were scared of the giant and they were scared of the railways also. So the people called railways as an Mashoba. Now Chakya Mashoba was the headline given for the article of starting of railways in India. So news of railways started in India was printed in Jnanoday. Then the news of the Indian War of Independence of 1857 was also printed in Jnanoday. 1857 war was one of the first independent war of India, which was encouraged by Mangal Pandey, and so that war has brought the national uprising all over India. So that news was also printed in Jnanoday. Then newspapers in those times were of very important medium for creating social awareness. A newspaper named Indu Prakash. This is the name of the newspaper, Indu Prakash. And so this newspaper supported widow remarriage. So this newspaper used to write more about widow remarriage. Then a newspaper named Dinbandhu. This is again the name of the newspaper, Dinbandhu, was started by Krishna Rao Bhalekar. Now Krishna Rao Bhalekar was Mahatma Jyotirao Phule's close associate. That means his close friend. In Dinbandhu newspaper, news of Bahujan Samaj was written. That is about the inferior treatment of lower caste. So through these newspapers, they were trying to bring the equality in society by writing in the newspaper. Now next we shall learn about the newspapers, that is Kesari and Maratha. Gopal Ganesh Agarkar and Bal Gangadhar Tilak started these newspapers in 1881. These newspapers were started before independence. So in these newspapers, social and political issues of that period was written. In Kesari newspapers, articles about the nationwide situation was published. That is, the news of pre-independence period was written. How the Britishers exploited the Indians, and they were explaining people that British rule is not good for India, and they were also educating people through the newspaper. They also wrote about the politics of England. That is, they were trying to make people aware of political system of England, and they compared it with India's rule by the Britishers of doing injustice in India. Now Kesari was Marathi newspaper and Maratha was English newspaper. In the 21st century, newspapers have continued to fulfill an important role. It was acknowledged as the fourth column of democracy. Fourth column means fourth pillar of democracy. So the first pillar is called judiciary. In that, Supreme Court is the head with all the levels of court. Then second, legislature, what we call as parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha houses. Then the third is executive, where the president is the head with the council of ministers. And the fourth is called newspaper. So now, why newspaper is called the fourth pillar of democracy? Because newspaper plays a very important role in creating awareness to people. It creates awareness about the social and political issues. And at the same time, it is also educating the people at large number. So we called as a mass education was given by the newspaper. So newspaper was called as the fourth pillar of democracy. Next we shall study about the magazines and journal. Magazines and journals are periodical publications. Periodicals means not regular. It is issued weekly or bi-weekly. Bi-weekly means in 2 weeks or 15 days period. Then it may be monthly or bi-monthly, that is 2 months period, or quarterly, that is in 3 months, or 6 monthly or annually. For example, sports magazines are issued weekly or monthly. It is not regular. Then journal. Journal is also a newspaper or magazine that deals with only a particular subject. For example, medical journal, food journal, or art journal. There may be some chronicles which are published at no fixed time. Chronicles means any report, record, or any document that can be published which has no fixed period. It can be published anytime. Bal Shastri Jhambekar started the first monthly magazine in Marathi that was named Digdarshan. Now Bal Shastri Jhambekar was the first editor of newspaper Darpan also, and he published first Marathi magazine also, that is Digdarshan. Among the periodicals, Pragati, this is the name of the periodical, Pragati. So Pragati periodical now is defunct. Defunct means now not existing. That means Pragati journal is not published now at present. Pragati journal was started by Tryambak Shankar Shejwalkar in 1929. In Pragati journal, he wrote about Maharashtra history and about the social movements done in Maharashtra for the independence. Currently, there are many periodicals devoted to Indian history. Marathi journals such as Bhartiya Itihas Ani Sanskruti and Marathwada Itihas Parishad Patrika. So these are the examples of journals which give informations of Indian history and Marathwada history. Now let's see, do this. In recent times, many newspapers have introduced e-newspapers. The e-newspapers are being received well by the readers. Now, e-newspapers means electronic newspapers. If we Google newspaper name, for example, Times of India, then you will get all news published by the Times of India on the net. So many newspaper websites are there on Google, and whichever publications we want, we can read it. Students, till now what we have learned about the newspapers, magazines and journals. So these mass medias are called print mass media. And now further we shall learn about electronic mass media. So here we start with the electronic mass media, that is electronic or digital journalism. Electronic or digital journalism are ultra-modern periodicals which form a part of electronic of digital journalism. Ultra-modern means advanced technology in sending the news. There are many electronic periodicals which are published weekly or bi-weekly also. And history is a prime subject of interest of sending the messages. Many web news portals are newspapers, magazines which are access to internet. Then talking about the social media, that is web-based software or web application used for messaging. Then web channels, when you are uploading the videos, that is on YouTube, and YouTube is a free video sharing website that makes it easy to watch online videos. So all this medium make historical content available to the audiences or readers. For example, you are learning this lesson through YouTube channels. So these videos even can be seen after 20 years. And people will come to know the content of 20 years back. What was the studies done by the students? So all this electronic or digital journalism are one type of sources of history. Now next we shall learn about the radio. Radio is an audio medium of mass media. Audio means which we can listen. So radio, we can only listen and we cannot see anything. Now Indian Broadcasting Company, that is IBC, which was a private radio company, was the first one to broadcast daily programs. Then afterwards, British government had named Indian State Broadcasting Service. Then again on 8th June 1936, it was again renamed as All India Radio, which was in short called as AIR. Then after independence, AIR became an integral, that is important part of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting in India. That is, government ministry controls the broadcasted news on radio. Later, AIR, that is All India Radio, was named as Akashvani by the famous poet Pandit Narendra Sharma. You must have heard about the Narendra Modi speaking to people through radio. That program is called Man Ki Baat. So this program Man Ki Baat, it's broadcasted on AIR, that is on Akashvani. Similarly, there are various radio channels like Radio Mirchi. These radio channels give information to people, makes aware to the people of social problems, gives news, plays songs, narrates stories. So it is used for entertainment purpose also. Akashvani broadcasts various entertainment programs. It creates awareness to people. It broadcasts literary programs and also gives information about the all government programs. Even the speeches of ministers are also broadcasted on radio so that all people can listen. Akashvani also broadcasts special programs for farmers, workers, youths, and for women. For example, for farmers, information regarding new techniques that can be used in farming, and similarly some schemes given by the government for the farmers are also announced on this radio. The Vivid Bharati programs are broadcasted in 24 regional languages as well as 146 dialects of Indian languages. Vivid Bharati is a program name which is broadcasted on Akashvani. So it is broadcasted in 24 regional languages, that is Gujarati, Marathi, Bengali, etc. And in 146 dialects. Dialects means a variety of language spoken from the same language. For example, Marathi is a regional language. But in Maharashtra region, a group of people speak Marathi in different way. That is Konkani, Deshi, Marathwadi, Wardhi and Vidarbhi. So these are spoken languages of Marathi form and are called dialectics of Marathi. Similarly, every region has its varieties of dialectics. So Vivid Bharati programs are broadcasted in such 146 dialectics of Indian languages. Now let's see, do you know? In the British India, the first English news bulletin was broadcasted on 23rd July 1927 from the Mumbai radio station of the Indian Broadcasting Company. Later, the Kolkata radio station of IBC started a news bulletin in Bengali. So remember this for the objectives. Now next we shall learn about television. Television is an audio-visual medium. That is, we can listen and see on the screen. So it is called audio-visual medium of mass media. The Delhi Doordarshan Center was inaugurated by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first Indian president of India. Then broadcasting for Indian television started on 15th September 1959 from Delhi Doordarshan Center. Then in Mumbai at Worli, there is a Doordarshan headquarter. So all the Doordarshan programs are telecast from here. Then color television was introduced in India on 15th August 1982. Then in 1991, the Indian government gave permission to private and international channels to telecast in India. So after 1991, we had various private channels like Zee TV, Star TV, news channels Aaj Tak, NDTV, and international channels like BBC. Till 1990, there was only Doordarshan channel. Hence, it became possible for Indians to watch international events on the television. Students, by seeing the video clip, you will understand how television became people's favorite.
एक और उमंग जाग गई, हर कोई टीवी का दीवाना हो गया और साथ में ही दूरदर्शन का भी। इसके बाद से ही रंगीन टेलीविजन बाजारों में आने लगे। उसी साल दिल्ली में हुए एशियाई खेलों को भी दर्शकों के बीच रंगीन स्क्रीन पर लाया गया। पूरा देश एक अनोखे मनोरंजन की दुनिया में कदम रख चुका था। एक के बाद एक विस्तार ने दूरदर्शन की काया ही पलट कर रख दी। अब दूरदर्शन ऐसे पड़ाव पर था जब लोग इस पर आने वाले कार्यक्रमों को देखने के लिए अपना जरूरी काम तक छोड़ देते थे। रविवार का दिन तो एक त्योहार।
Students, you can listen this video clip of Man Ki Baat, which was telecasted on Akashvani.
मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, नमस्कार। आज 26 जुलाई है और आज का दिन बहुत खास है। आज कारगिल विजय दिवस है। 21 साल पहले आज के ही दिन कारगिल के युद्ध में हमारी सेना ने भारत की जीत का झंडा फहराया था। साथियों, कारगिल का युद्ध जिन परिस्थितियों में हुआ था वो भारत कभी नहीं भूल सकता। पाकिस्तान ने बड़े बड़े मंसूबे पालकर भारत की भूमि हथियाने और अपने यहाँ चल रहे आंतरिक कलह से ध्यान भटकाने को लेकर दुस्साहस किया था। भारत तब पाकिस्तान से अच्छे संबंधों के लिए प्रयासरत था, लेकिन
Students, now you listen to this great iconic voice of All India Radio, by which you will understand how only audio is also so effective.
अनु भाई, ये क्या गजब कर रहे हैं आप? कर रहे हैं आप? अरे नहीं, तो बहुत जरूरी बात कहनी है बहनों और भाइयों से। बहनों और भाइयों, देखिए अभी जो आपने गाना सुना ना, बातों बातों में मुलाकातों में, अरे वाह साहब, क्या गजब का गाना है। और यही गाना आज गीतमाला की संगीत सीढ़ी की चोटी पर था। जी हाँ, 7 दिनों के इंतजार के बाद 7 पायदानों की जबरदस्त छलांग लगाकर ये गाना आज चोटी पर पहुंच गया है। और इस गीत के बाद आज अब हमारा ये कार्यक्रम होता है खत्म। इजाजत दीजिए, अगले हफ्ते फिर मिलेंगे। नमस्ते।
So students, here I stop now. Remaining part of the lesson we shall continue learning in the next lecture. Keep learning. Goodbye and take care.